So in this video we're going to look at how to teach the leg yield from the very beginning. So we're going right back to basics. Now Hector, this horse, knows how to leg yield, so I'm just keeping him in a longer frame, keeping my reins relaxed with him at the end of it, just so you can see that all I'm doing is using my legs. So when you first teach a horse a leg yield, you want to establish a nice forward rhythm in the trot, and then all you want is for the horse to move away from your inside leg. So not worrying too much if the horse falls out or you've got too much bend, just basically that they move away. So we're going to start this on the 3/4 line and ride straight, and then my right leg goes on, and all you should feel is that the horse moves away from that right leg. No interfering with the reins at the moment, but also important to keep the same rhythm if you can while you're doing this. So we'll turn on to the 3/4 line again, my right leg goes on and he moves away towards the track. Now if you find the horse isn't moving away from your inside leg, then you may need to ask a little bit more, so a little kick with the leg, or you could pick up a stick. I don't normally use whips if I can help it, maybe for the young horses if I'm looking for them to understand, but I think a great deal of training comes from your leg aid. So again, we're going to take the 3/4 line and ride straight. Really important to ride straight before you then ask them to move over. So he is now moving away from my right leg, so now we're going to change the rein and do the same on the other side. And while you're changing the rein, just think about the horse's rhythm and whether they're still taking you forward before you then start the leg yield on the other side. And you will find that the horse is easier off one leg than the other, so take note of that. But we're going to do it on this rein, so we're going to turn on to the 3/4 line and ride straight, and then I put my left leg on and just move him away back towards the track. And I'm looking for the same feeling on each rein. So 3/4 line again, and left leg goes on and he moves away. And on this rein he tends to want to fall out the right shoulder a little bit, so he definitely finds it harder on this rein than the other side, and he has a tendency to curl around my left leg a little bit and give me a bit too much neck bend. But like I said, at the moment that really doesn't matter. We can sort that out in the future once the horse understands going away from your inside leg and the basic leg yield. So we're going to ride straight again, and then we're going to ask to leg yield over. So once your horse is confident about moving away from the leg, then you can start making a few corrections. So if you've taken note of which rein your horse finds the leg yield harder on, then start on that rein. So I'm going to pick this rein to start off with the next exercise, and it's just making a small correction to help the horse understand that he or she can't fall out the shoulders. So we're going to take 3/4 line and ride straight. I'm going to leg yield him off my left leg, so just moving away, and then I'm going to ask him to go straight, and then I'm going to leg yield him again. And when I ask him to go straight, I just use my outside leg and ride a straight line, and then I put my left leg or my inside leg back on again. So left leg on, and then my right leg goes on to straighten him, and then my left leg goes back on again to push him over to the track. So it's just stopping them from thinking they can fall all the way to the track. So again, we're going to do another one. So straight, and then my left leg goes on, moves the horse away, and then my right leg comes on to straighten him, and then my left leg goes back on. And you can see each time he's starting to bring his quarters a little bit more over to create a proper leg yield, and reducing the amount he falls out the shoulder. So I'm actually going to repeat it on this rein. I think it's very important when you're doing exercises to repeat on both reins, whether they're weaker or not on each side. So 3/4 line straight, and then I put my right leg on to leg yield over, left leg to go straight, and then right leg back on again to leg yield over to the track. And I'm not putting too much pressure on the reins either. I just want it to be black and white so they completely understand. So my right leg goes on, and then my left leg to ride him straight, so he's not quite gone to the track, and then my right leg on again to move him all the way over. And once your horse is confident in moving from one leg to the other, then you can start having a little play with the loop exercise. So here I'm just leg yielding him away from the track, and then my right leg goes back on and leg yield back towards the wall. And again, all I'm doing with my reins is just little half halts to keep the roundness and keep the connection at the end of the rein. And again, I'm just going to move him away from my left leg and then ride straight for a few strides, and then my right leg goes on to move him away. So I'm just going to do another one towards the camera. So again, just making sure that rhythm stays forward when you're doing this exercise. And I'm going to put my left leg on to move him away from the track and then ride straight, and then my right leg on to move him back towards the track. And then we're going to repeat this exercise on the other rein. And again, you'll find that the horse will find it easier on one side than the other, but it is just practice, 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 and being as black and white as you can be and as clear as you can be. Because remember, if you're first starting this, the horse doesn't know what the left leg means or what the right leg means, so you have to teach them. So we're going to do this exercise on the left rein. So I'm going to move him away and ride straight, and then move him back again. And this is the side he likes to fall out the right shoulder. So if you find your horse is falling back to the track, you have a couple of options. You can move them away from your outside leg, and we're just going to move a little bit further across now and just ride straight, or you can leg yield them back towards the track, but then don't actually go onto the track. So it just stops them thinking they can fall back to the wall. So we're just going to do one more, and we're going to leg yield him away from the wall and straight, and then back to the wall again. And hopefully that gives you the basics of how to start a leg yield from scratch.